Hey, Mr. Tyler.
Hello, Sharon.
Hey, Mr. Tyler. Hey, Mr. Rush.
Again. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Where you been at? You been coming?
They won't let me. At first, it was a problem when me joining the class. I couldn't find the thing, and I had to tell Mr. Tyler to send it to me.
Oh,
All right, so a couple more minutes, just giving the students time to get here. You're early, Miss Franklin. You a computer or phone?
A phone.
Oh, wait. All right, so it's going to be a little hard on you to do today's assignment, but we're going to make it work as best we can. I'm going to be up at...
Was she able to get a kit?
That's what I was about to say. Talk about Rush.
Hey, man, great minds think alike.
So I'm going to be up at the school tomorrow.
Yes, I was able to get a kit, but I'm just not at home right now, so I don't even...
You say you're not wanted right now?
I said I'm not at home around my program.
Oh, no, you're not even at home. All right, so you got a kit.
Though, Tyler.
Yeah, I know. So I'm going to be putting some links in the chat. I want you to make a Google Doc, Sharon, on your phone. You know what I mean by Google Doc? Do you have that apps installed already or no?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I'm going to be putting some links in the chat. I want you to put those links in that Google Doc and then put a header on there and just send it to me so I know I can give you credit. And when you get to your kit, you're going to use all those links. They're web links. But you'll be able to open your Google Doc later and go through your kit with these instructions. And everybody has one, including Mr. Rush. So you can reach out to any of us to get help on getting it together. That's going to help you with that phone the fastest. You'll have your own computer. That's what that kit is. All right, so a couple more minutes. Let me do attendance real fast. I got to make sure this Raspberry is ready. See, the camera is on. Yeah, there we go. All right, we got Franklin here. Okay, we're just waiting on someone else. If not, it's just going to be me and you trying to go through this exercise together. And even though you don't have the kit, you can still do this exercise. It's a simulator that allows you to pretty much test drive what the kid's supposed to do academically. All right, the word of the day was Wayne, I think. Make sure you put the definition and exit slip form in there, Sharon, in your Google Doc. The word of the day. So let me type that in here. Okay. A is Wayne. All right, and as you guys will see today, you'll find out how to use it as an exit slip portion to get credit. Again, those people. Well, let me just let's do our norms, and I'll explain how those kids are going to help you recover 10 bad grades or 10 bad do nows. All right, but you got to have your kit in hand and ready to participate. Let me change screens. If you don't have your kit, then you have to do the simulator with me. We're going to do that in a moment. All right. Stop this. That means everybody else is. Oh, we have Amira and Tamia. Okay. They made it here on time before the 5-minute grace period. And then Amira All right, both of you eventually will need to have your kits. I've already informed staff that they're going to be pressuring you to get those kits together so we can get this technical issue screens that you guys got away. Those kits will repair that problem. But for now, just try to follow along with the steps I'm going to provide to set your kit up if you have it. And if you don't, then I'll be expecting you to use something called the SenseHead Random Sparkles to do your online assessment until you get your kit. Let's go through the list. Okay, so I got on my screen here. Let me make sure I got everything set up right. Right. Okay, I see the people. We're gonna go further down the list and we're gonna do our norms. So let's see here. Amira, can you do numbers 1, 2, and 3? Just want to get this over with fast. You there?
I heard another person education in the classroom. I said we would never behave in a way that we discredit ourselves, our school, or our family.
Thank you, thank you. Next in the list would be Miss Franklin. Can you do, let's see here, 4, 5, and number 1 of the academic norms?
In Excel Academy Southwest schools are always act with
Integrity.
integrity. We take pride in Excel Academy Southwest.
Awesome. Last but not least, Miss Love, can you do all of the last ones? That's 2 through 5.
We respect the coach of the classroom. We are attentive and participate. We have high expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers. We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. So that's for participation points, right? And we do this every day. But now we're going to discuss this Raspberry Pi kit. And we're going to be doing it all week because, to be honest with you, to get it running and set up to log into Google Classroom, that's 5 do nows you recovered. And then to have it, the Sense had work, and that's activity for that. That's another 10 do nows. I mean, another 5 do nows. So that makes 10 altogether, is what I'm trying to tell you. So if you have your kit, you can recover a lot of, I think that's a letter grade. It's 10 assignments, 1 letter grade up. And you have to have this at least running by the time you get off of Christmas break. So I hope you buy your kit. And even if you're not, you can review this video. But I'm going to show you everything you need to do to get those 10 do nows that say you have a 0 50% restored to 100%. This is my way of trying to help you and saying, hey, get this done and don't break it. Follow the steps and put your kit together. So first things first, you need the video for setting the kit up, right? Let's put this in the chat. I'm not going to belabor it and play it for you. You can play it as many times as you need to. But what I've told everybody to do to start off is make a Google Doc and then make a list of all the links you need for the steps we have. Welcome to class, Mr. Carter. So I'm going to make a Google Doc. This is to help some students because they're losing the chat transcripts. I'm going to make a Google Doc here because I have a lot of links I got to share with you guys in regards to setting your kit up. Now I'll say it again because a new student just came here. You get 10 do nows brought to 100% if this kit is fully functional by the time you come off of your Christmas break. And that's Friday. All right. So you won't have much access to me or the staff. And we all have our own kits and we got them working. Now you have to make yours work. And this is the only way that you'll get your grade to recover. And don't think you're done with it. Don't put it back in the box because this has an educational selection for music, science, and all of my classes. So you're going to be using it a lot more often. Afterwards, I'm going to be contacting parents and saying your students cannot use phones anymore. So I suggest you do yourself a favor and get used to this kit because a lot of people are not able to finish their work because they're on their phones. All right, now let's go through this slowly. I'm going to open up a Google Doc. If you're on your phone, my phone people, make sure you're first logged into Gmail. All right. You guys are becoming adults. We can't keep letting you use these little toys, these phones. And it makes some working class citizens out of you. Next, open a blank document. Now, you should be seeing my screen. You should have done this much because when we do share outs, I'm not going to hear I was doing something else. And I'm taking notes now because I have 2 screens now. My Raspberry Pi is going. I'm going to show you. It's recording. And I'm going to send all this information to your parents when you are slacking. This is my way of getting you back on board. So before you try to tell your parents you were in class, make sure you have that kid fixed because it's going to prove that you were in class. And you can only do that by paying attention. So first things first, we're going to name this Do Now like we normally do. This is so you can submit something for class today, everybody. And this is also called writing a scientific report, by the way. You raise your hand to me and go ahead. Hello, Miss Richardson. Welcome to class.
So
Okay.
today is we gonna do the make code.
Well, we can do make code tomorrow because that's your asynchronous day. I can go through it all if you want tomorrow. But today we're just talking about the Raspberry Pi kit. Okay. If we have time later and I have time, I can show you something, but I want to get this done first, okay? But otherwise, you should wait till tomorrow for the make code part because I did give you more time, Tamia, so I wouldn't panic about that. But do you have your kit, Tamia? I think you do.
No.
Okay, so Rush, we had to work on. All right, so you should see me tomorrow, I guess. Come up there and get your kit because you're gonna need it to pass this class, and that goes the same for
What
here.
does this kit do for us?
The kit is a computer. First and foremost, it removes that technical issue screen you got, and it makes it where you don't need your phone anymore. That kit is a computer, young lady. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get started because if you don't have your kit, then you have to do the simulator with me. And I'm telling you to do is what I told Franklin to do. Make sure you're taking every link from the chat and putting it into your document. So when students come back and be like, I don't know what to do, I'm going to pull up an Edsby when you turned in this assignment and be like, yeah, you know what to do. You just forgot. Go back and do it. Okay? So first things first, do now. What's today's date? The 16th, right? The 20th. And this is your credit for today, so I hope you're following along. You're going to put your name like we normally do. Next, put the date again. Hope everybody's following along and typing this up. So when we have share outs later, I don't want you saying, oh, I wasn't paying attention. So I'm just going to put a 0 in for that category. I need you to pass. I'm trying to make every attempt to help y'all pass. Y'all got to try, though. So intro to engineering. And with those kits, you guys will have the computer to do other projects, like eventually program robots. You guys are engineering students, all right? So you have to start producing. The CPS can say, what have they done in class? And I'll just forward the information over if you don't want to participate. It's fine. The title for today is Raspberry Pi 400 Academy Kit. And this is given to you by Google. Google wants you to use this instead of CPS. So I should say Google CPS. All right, so that's your title. I'm going to put some of this in the chat for you guys. Let me expand this so you can see it. I wanted to click on this instead. All right, this is your title. The exit slip, as I mentioned earlier to Ms. Franklin, was what? Well, the first one is, of course, the word of the day throughout the school. So exit slip, and then word of the day is, right? And I'm going to check my list to see who has their kits to make sure somebody's saying I don't got it and they do got it. So just open up your kit and get started in a moment. But do this document before you open up that kit because you'll need this for the share out section. Next is, of course, some of the links you need. So supporting links for initial setup and troubleshooting. Okay. And you need to follow the links in the order I have it. So let me give you what I wrote so far. All right. And you can put that in your Google Doc in case you didn't get to Google Docs or you had an internet signal. I don't know, whatever the excuse may be. Here you go. All right, put that there. Okay. So I've only gotten to this part. You should put this in your Google Doc now. Come over here. And next, the first link you need, let me find it for you. And I'll put it in the chat too. So just let me find it for you. So it is this one called Using Your Raspberry Pi. So I'm going to put this in the chat for you. And one by one, I'll put links in there. So you should be grabbing those links. And these are your supporting links. Again, you have to share this out and turn it in by 8 p.m. tonight to make sure you get credit for today. And this is even to participate in the 10 assignments you want, because I'll know you have your documents. It's kind of like going to a job. Did we give you all the information? All right, sign here. Your signing here is turning the assignment in. If you don't, then I'm just going to have to review it with your parent. So you'll go through it and get it done. All right. Next is what's the next one you need before I get to the simulator? Okay, so that's astronaut reach time. You don't need that one. And a lot of this is easy. You're just reading. Take your time and read step to step, everybody. That's the hardest part of this class, reading. So you go through introduction to what's next. And then to show you how to navigate this, let's grab this here. For instance, you go through introduction, you scroll down, and you have to do this once you have your Raspberry Pi set up. Now, let me grab the video in case I didn't put that there. I don't think I see it. Oh, yeah, I didn't put that in the chat. So here's the video on how to put your kit together again. Okay, there it is. Next is how to get help. And there's a whole section in here that's called troubleshooting and many other things. But we're going to start with just the troubleshooting part. So that's the next link you need. There's also a link for the SenseAt. And most students are not aware what the SenseAt even is. So it has an activity, but I'm going to grab the activity for you. Not the activity, but the actual link. Here we go. And which one is the SenseAt? Here we are. So this is the SenseAt in your kit. And you got to be careful with this when you're putting it together. So put this link in there. But first, put the Raspberry Pi together watching the video and using the setup guide I just gave you. Again, all of these links, let me do it with you, should be in your report that you're producing today, like this. So I'm going to start grabbing the links I just shared with you and put them in your report and show you how they should look. So the first link, copy, and put that here. This is your reference manual on how to get your kit going, everybody. So I hope you're doing at least this report. This is the video on how to put your kit together in case you're a visual person. And I think every kit comes with a book as well that you will be getting assignments from. So hint, hint, get your kit before things get hard on you in class. Okay? And don't worry about convincing your parents. I'm going to be calling them shortly. All right, so where's this next link? That's not the link I wanted. So everybody gets one and it's free of charge, but you do have to go up there and sign off on one. I'll be up at the school tomorrow, fixing somebody's computer, I think, and also passing out more kits. Let's do this one. So start going through these links, and if you have your kit, start putting some of that stuff together. If you don't have your kit yet, what I'm going to have you do is a simulator instead. And those links are coming soon in a moment. So these are all your initial links for getting your kit going. Okay? That's how your document should look so far. The word of the day was Wayne. And also, the next step is your SenseAt, right? SenseAt. And this is what astronauts use in the International Space Station currently to see pressure, humidity, temperature, all these different values in space currently. So let's come here. If you don't know what the International Space Station is, it pretty much orbits around our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, 24/7 all the time, and looking down and it controls satellites. So this is the device you have in your kit. And this goes to, let's see if I can get a student to read this part as to why it's so important for you to get it working. How much will fit in the chat though? So copy this and put this here and see what it says. Temperature sensor, the rest, right, to measure temperature. Right. Okay, atmosphere too. That's correct. So can I get for 30 points, Mr. Carter, to read what's in? I just put in the chat talking about the sense hat. Are you there?
The sun's hat is packed with full of sensors, including a gyroscope to measure the orientation of the sun's hat, a accelerometer
Accelerometer.
to measure the acceleration of the sun's hat, magnetometer to measure the Earth's metric field, magnetic field, temperature sensor to measure the atmospheric temperature.
Thank you, sir. All right. So there's 30 points for him. Such as some of the features you guys have in this kit with that sense hat. So if I ask you guys to do an experiment on magnets, you're going to be using that sense hat, right? If I ask you to do an experiment on pretty much the gyroscope, whereas what you see in on motion, like I don't know if you guys know, a gyroscope is on your cell phone. So if you take your cell phone, whether it's an iPhone or Android, you turn it sideways, it's the gyroscope inside that handles that. These are some of the experiments we're going to be doing. And then accelerometer, man, we used those when we went to sixth class grade America last year and the year before. The accelerometer tells you whether you're going fast down or fast up on a roller coaster. So we're going to explore these things the rest of the quarter, and you need your kit for those reasons. Another opportunity to get about 30 more points, if it fits in the chat, is if someone can read this part. There we go. And so let's see here. Who can I ask? Miss Richardson, you just got here. Can you read what I just put in the chat, starting with the barometric pressure sensor?
Sure.
Thank you.
Barometric pressure sensors to measure the what they say? What
What
that
part?
is this time?
Atmospheric pressure.
Okay, atmospheric pressure.
Hmm.
Humidity sensors to measure the percentage of the air's water or saturation. There is also a small jackstick on the sense hat and a large AXA RGB lid metric. The sense
Matrix.
hat, yeah, the sense hat added to the Raspberry Pi using the rows of GPIO pins simply places the sense hat onto the Raspberry Pi, making sure the pins align.
Align. You got it.
Right.
Align. Yep. 30 points. So you see this animation, everybody? This is normally what you would get with a Sense hat and on a small Raspberry Pi. But in this case, the Raspberry Pi comes as a full keyboard. So I wanted to talk about that before I go into the simulations. This is right here, if you see my screen, the Raspberry Pi. All right. So it has all the connections needed. So you see my Raspberry Pi, you'll see, let me bring this over here so you can see all screens because I might as well do this. So if I come here, you should see, there we go. You should see me with the Raspberry Pi on one screen, and I can pin screens if you see what I'm doing. So here you are. Then you guys can see it better, right? This is where your Raspberry Pi is entirely. The next thing is it has ports. You're going to connect it up. And what I'm trying to tell you guys is to be very careful when you're connecting the HDMI ports because they're very sensitive. Don't force it in. Don't jam it in. So take your time. Don't damage it. I think 2 students already did some damage, and they come up to the school, and you have to sit with me and your parent, because that's what I'm going to ask for, and do it correctly. Okay? Because this is a learning kit. I think it's worth like $400. Next is this little piece called the converter, right? So you need this to connect to a TV in case you don't want to use the small LCD screen inside. Okay, this thing. So if you don't want to use that, and say you got a big HDMI TV, you can take the HDMI cable and connect it to this small little converter. And then you connect it to your Raspberry Pi and see everything on a bigger screen. Now, when you do this, you also get sound included. Okay. Basically, y'all little mini computer is this thing. So next, you got your camera, you got, all right, the Sense hat. I wanted to show you that. And I gave you instructions on how to connect the Sense hat. There is a black piece you got to get out of the bag. and you align the pins like they're saying onto this cable connector. And this cable connector will go straight onto your Pi. Now make sure it's flush, pushed all the way in, and lined up correctly for all things. Okay, so you should have at least this much done if you're trying to get those points when you're doing your kit. Now, what does this all look like when it's put together, right? So you should see my screen. Now I'm gonna toggle between screens so you can see what's going on. Now you'll see over here, if I pin this screen, you'll see my Raspberry Pi setup. Now the way you want to set this up, everybody, is to make sure that you at least, I want to say, connect it on a tabletop or a coffee table like I have here, where you can actually access your Raspberry Pi. So I'm gonna leave this running here. Good, it's still going. And then you'll see that I'm pretty much on multi-screens. But the reason that's because I have connected the Pi after I built it, did all the updates and whatnot, to an HDMI screen. So if I wanted to show you, which is what you guys are going to do, how this Raspberry, the SenseHat works, which is this device, the glowing rainbow there, I can take my camera, and this is what you guys are going to do when you get your kit working, is show me it works. All right, so this is a rainbow color that's been programmed in there by the Pi software. All right, and once you get it going, you'll know, because after you went through the steps, you'll be able to click on the little raspberry in the corner there, and you'll have all these programs installed correctly. All right, so that's what you got to do. The goal is to be able to sign into Google Meet, and that gives you 5 do nows completed. The next 5 do nows that you get recovered come from simply getting this little device working correctly. And you have to troubleshoot, because you see everything you got to do. But like I was saying, also learn to make sure, put this back. Oh. All right, so that's a Sonic Pi. That's for overnight. Let me put this back down here so you can see that. Okay. So as you can see, everybody, that's the initial setup you need to get majority of the, or half the credit I'm talking about. That's 5 do nows, right? So essentially, okay, let's see who's here now. Okay, we got Miss Richardson. Carter's camera's off. Are you there, Lee Carter?
Say it again.
No, I was just checking to see if you're there. So do you got your kit, Lee?
No.
Okay. Did someone did you contact Irvin, or should I call and see when your parent can drop it off? Or like, what are we doing? I think Miss Lane said she had talked to you about getting your kit. Did you schedule a time to come and get it? Okay. I'll just reach out to y'all tonight then. But did you type up your document, Lee Carter? The one with the links? Okay, he's not responding. All right. I'll come back to him. So everybody needs to have at least this much done today, right? And that's this part that I'm talking about. Let me grab this from over here. All right, so if you don't have your kit, then you have to do the alternate assignment. And this is the online part, or SenseHat Online. So let me put this here. And for those that's like, well, I ain't got the kit, I ain't got to do nothing. Okay, well, here's a big surprise. Let's grab this link here. And I'm gonna set a clock, and you'll see how far you guys get. So I'm putting a simulator in the chat. I want you to click on that, and also add it to your do now write up here. Okay, so that's this link. So make that a link. Next, you need, of course, what to do. This is the activity page, right? It's coming. Where is it at? Random sparkles. Let me grab it from over here, I think. There it is, found it. And that activity for today is, let me come here to the do now, place that there. That's the activity where you go step by step in programming the Sense Hat online. So it's like a virtual Sense Hat. And this is what you're going to have to get used to doing when you get your kit. It's how you're going to be graded in most cases too, because you're engineering students especially. So here's the next one, the step-by-step guide on that project. So I'm going to start a timer, and what you have to work on is this project. You click on the link, everybody. I want no one getting confused. So if you don't want to work on your kit, you haven't gotten your kit, still you have to do the write-up. And because people who had their kits, they got out of class early. But you guys got to go through these steps now because you're still required to interact with the kits. Let me see here. So I want you everybody to start. You can read through introduction, what you will need, and connect if you want. But Lee Carter already told us what a sense hat was. This is giving you more details about it. But what I want you guys to do, and that's a little animation of what you would do on a normal Raspberry Pi, I think a Raspberry 300 or a Raspberry Pi 3, but you guys have all this done for you with the keyboard. Now, I think a few teachers are going to tell you to sign up for your own account. Don't do that right now. Just do it later. But I want you to work on setting pixels at random. That's what it is in this link here. Now, when you do this, you want to make sure you side by side it because students got lost last period on this exercise. So we're going to side by side it. I'm going to put this over here, my steps to do the sparkles hat random sparkles. Sense hat random sparkles. So once you go through the steps, there's certain parts you got to click on to see more to do. You're going to be typing these commands into the Sense Hat simulator. And that's what this looks like. Okay, so first things first, what's the first command here? Well, if we read, it's from SenseHat underscore import SenseHat. You type that there. Next line is what? Number 2 is just come here, click on or hit enter to make a line 2, and you type sense equals SenseHat. I want everybody, if you don't have your kit, to go through all of these steps right now. Okay, meaning you're going to be taking this code and put it into the simulator to make this virtual Raspberry Pi function, which is called AstroPi when you're talking about astronauts. All right, so 10 minutes. I hope everybody knows what to do. We're going to do share outs, and we're going to see who's been keeping up in class. Got questions, I'll be sitting right here.
Mr. Tyler,
Yes.
I'm stepping away from my computer for like 5 minutes.
Did you start on your assignment?
No.
Okay, you got to get started on the assignment to me.
Tyler. Mr. Tyler. Mr. Tyler.
Miss Richardson, one moment.
Can you just write in the chat if I can get to it?
I'm sorry, Miss Richardson. I was on the phone with a parent. What can I do for you?
I just want you to write in the chat. I need to get to the
Oh,
class. But
okay. Hold on. Uh, let's do that. Does that work? Should I open the chat up for you? Okay, she muted herself. I guess that worked, huh? All right. Uh, so again, everybody that doesn't have the kit yet, you're still required to do that simulator.
What you say, Mr. Tyler?
If you don't have your kit, you have to do the simulator that I put in the chat. Did you do that?
No, I don't understand this.
You can't get away with that, dude. You have to read the steps. And if you don't understand it, I'll have you walk through it with your parent because it's in plain English. You have to do all the same steps. You guys can't say I don't understand. Yes, ma'am.
I read these steps over and over again. I'm still not understanding this.
You're not understanding it.
The thing
Tamia,
do
you about to get in hot water. It's not an argument. You're not typing anything into the simulator. You can't read it and not do nothing with it. Now, you're next on my list to call. Please pipe down and do your assignment because you need your kit, ma'am. Can't understand nothing if you don't try it. And the same goes for, I think I just got off the phone with Amir's mom. You guys need your kits. There's no way around this, and you're going to do your assignments. All right, so let's do this.
Mr. Tyler, I'm steady reading this over and over, and I'm still not understanding it.
You don't have to understand anything to me at the
I don't
follow the
understand
steps.
either.
Okay, well, y'all, look, take a look at my screen. Y'all can keep saying I don't understand, but y'all can read. So no, I'm a parent. From Synsat, does everybody see my screen? Do you have your screen set up? These are instructions. Can't say I don't understand if you can't follow instructions.
I can't understand how to follow the instructions.
Okay, but do you have your screen set up like me right now?
Everybody's screen set up like that, and we still don't
Good.
understand.
Okay, but you getting frustrated ain't gonna help it either. You're not a kid anymore. You have to grow out of that phase. You can't do that. That's called a temper tantrum. Please stop it. Now, again, because this is a part of your score, you have to type every line. I'm gonna explain again, and maybe because you was away, you don't understand, or you were distracted.
No, I do. I don't understand all this
So
stuff. How we
so
gonna do
what's the
something on
first line,
computer when we
Tamia?
gotta
Mute
have a
yourself
kid?
because you're out of hand.
No, I'm asking you a question, and you
No, you're
talking
not
about
asking a question. You're complaining, and I'll handle that later. That's the last classroom outburst. Now, again, everybody should type in the instructions given on the first line on my screen. You're not children anymore. This I don't understand stuff. It worked at elementary school, not here. You guys are soon gonna need jobs. The first line of code is from Synsat. That has to be there on the screen here. The next line of code is this. So you guys can't keep using those excuses. I'm sorry. From screen to screen, type the command. So the next line is what? Sense. You have the instructions. So I suggest you turn off your distractions, your music, and focus on your work. So sense, that's the next line. If you see what I'm doing, it's nothing to understand. Follow directions. hat, parentheses. That's all you had to do, and then continue on. So look, I don't know what to tell you, but this is going to happen to you more often in class. You have to follow steps. Just because you read the steps doesn't mean anything. You have to apply the next. So these are the next lines of code, and they're in the black boxes. Take your time and do your assignment. And also, what you need to do is this don't do now right here, right? Did you even do this? So no, guys, do your assignment. Okay, let me call next on the list. Okay, Tamir, your parents picking up your kit either today or tomorrow. All right, everybody. So you should have typed some lines of code and share your screen so I can see that you typed those lines of code in here like I have. Next part is you also need your document with all the instructions for your kit and also the links I gave you set up the same way. All right, so it's 1:09. I think we're ready for share outs. So Lee Carter, are you present? I gotta write that number down. Mr. Carter, are you present? If you don't respond, I gotta remove you and mark you absent, sir. And then they got to follow up with you. Lee Carter, are you there? All right. Go ahead, Mary. You raised your hand. I'm trying to take care of Carter.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to remove you, man. That's too long. There's 30-second lag, so try not to disappear again like that, all right?
Yeah.
All right. So your parents been informed to pick up your kit. So make sure you get that tomorrow. All right. Uh, you have anything to share on the screen, like your Google Doc? Did you finish that part with the links and everything, like I got on my screen?
Yeah, I got all my links in there.
Okay. Can you show me your screen with your document set up like mine's?
Alright.
Thank you. Let me turn on share for you. Okay, go for it and see what you got so far. Everyone should have this document done. My people have done understanding. You have to have this document done though, at least. Carter, where are you at? Did you start sharing yet? Awesome, great job. Now let's see that document of my man. That's all I needed. So put the definition in, Lee Carter. By 8 p.m., I need a snapshot of those codes entered into that simulator. You are free to go, sir. That was awesome. All right, next in my list, that would be Amira. What have you done so far, dear? Did you at least start the document up?
Yeah.
Can you share your screen, please? Do you know how to share your screen?
Yeah, and I got a question.
Sure.
The thing we were just doing, like, what to do after the blue light came on the thing? I don't know what to do after that.
Whoa, share your screen after the what happened?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I'm like, you must have made some progress with that. This might be interesting. So you're talking about the simulator, right, Amir? That's why they need their kits. Hate to say it that way. Because you'll be able to see it in real life. Are you sharing, Amir, or no? Richardson, are you there? Did you start your Google Doc at least with all your links?
Yeah.
Can after Amir share, can you share, please, so I can get your in-class points?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Amir, awesome. You're showing now. Where's your doc? Okay. Very good. Okay, now what were you showing me about the simulator? Is that what you? Yeah. See that you got almost 3 do nows recovered from this part that everybody said they can't do. Very good job. Now, if you can't send me a screenshot of that, do you know how to do screenshots? In fact, put it back on the screen. I'll take a picture of it. I don't want to make it too difficult for you. Just do that, because I'm very proud of you for that one. Okay, hold on. And you just following. All right. So Amira, you got it. You did correctly. I want you to play with it to see if you can get it through the rest of the steps. Okay. Other than that, I got your in class points. You are free to go. Richardson, can you present, please? That's all you had to do to get the point. Yeah, you still got me talking over there. There you go. Awesome.
That's
Okay.
all I got.
I know, but that's more than what I thought you would do. What about the simulator, though? Did you try that out? Now, did you get that going on your phone? Does it
Yeah,
work?
I got it. It's I don't know where it's go.
It's well,
Uh,
okay.
It's in my. I took a screenshot. I got
Okay.
too much going on. Hold on.
Okay. All right. So you got those links. I want you to try that simulator by 8 tonight. I want you to send me some work on it. Otherwise, you're free to go. You got your in-class points. Miss Love, are you there?
Yeah.
All right. Can you share your screen showing your do now and what you've worked on so far? Okay. That's Richardson's 40 points. Thank you, Tamia. Where's the rest of the links at? Scroll down.
That's it.
No, it was like oh wait, you might have just didn't separate them. Okay. All right. So work on that simulator, Tamia. Try to get it going by tomorrow. And hopefully you'll have your kit real soon. So you're free to go. All right. All right. So she's going. Yes, Tamia.
I didn't hear what you said.
You said what?
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh no, I was just saying try to work on the simulator tonight, and they're gonna be picking up. I think a family member's picking up your kit either today or tomorrow. That's all I have. You're free to go. He's right. No pain, no gain. All right. It's 1:15.